will assume that most everybody's already watched the incredible interview with you where you've talked about the last few decades of your life and what you've been doing in the Amazon, the unbelievably diverse and rich products that are coming out of the Amazon that we're starving for. Our planet is starving to death for real nutrients. And so assuming our viewers know this already, I want to talk to you about something else because it is something that is it brings up interesting reactions in people. And that is the way in which this product and many other products are distributed, including some others we feature on our site, which is multi-level marketing. Now, that's been kind of a bad word for a long time. And I have to say, I've always had a preference to not go that way personally, and I don't even know why anymore. It started a long time ago. Can you give us a genesis of what had happened in the early stages of multi-level marketing that left bad impressions and where we're going today? Because your company is actually heralded as one of the more conscious forms of commerce. So, and you are multi-level. So just launch in and tell us what's going on with all that.
Yeah, well, you know, I had the same impression of, he's called it multi-level marketing. I call it referral marketing because I think that's a lot more descriptive of what it is. But I had the same impression. It was something that I'm not exactly sure why. I think it was because there was some very obese person with bad makeup trying to sell me a weight loss product. I think was probably, and it was a multi-level thing, and I said, I think I want to stay away from that whole thing. But whatever it was just an impression I had, and so I had never done that. So our whole, you know, my whole background in the Amazon and dealing with medicinal plants and formulating and selling to doctors and practitioners was a model that we embraced in the beginning, and that's the way it evolved for several years. We're just selling to practitioners. And then as the patients really began to understand the value of the products and that they were products you could use every day just to sustain that vitality and you know, go to what I call the new level of life experience, they were calling our office wanting to just buy the product. And I live in Florida, so we have many patients to the practitioners in Florida that live in Michigan during this summer months or some other place. So when it came time to kind of expand the marketing model, there's a lot of health food stores that wanted to carry the products. We had a meeting and said, okay, we want to expand the exposure of our product line, and somebody said, you know, all those people that call and say they want to buy the product and we tell them no, they can't, you know, maybe we should say yes. I thought, hey, that's brilliant. And so then we thought about it and said, you know, there's a couple of things we want to accomplish. One, making these extraordinary products. One, we've gone through the several years of working with practitioners and refined the formulas down to address, you know, the major issues that we identified people are dealing with, the challenges that are in the Western world, that to make these products available to the larger audience. And so we thought, well, you know, actually, you know, the doctor referred them, so we should probably, you know, include the doctor as a commission on this. And so it's a kind of referral method. And, you know, that's the way information spreads in the Amazon, from community to community, all the way up the river. It's word of mouth, and people know if it's good, they'll talk about it. If it's not, you know, they won't. And so we thought, yeah, that's a model that we want to embrace. And of course, the technology has changed everything now. The way information can be spread has changed. The other thing that we wanted to really address was the idea of what this material is. You know, what's going on in the Amazon. Very important information that we can communicate to each consumer if we're taking the role of sending the packages and the products out to every consumer, rather than being lost on a health food store shelf. You go on a health food store now, nothing against health food stores, I go there all the time. But you go to the supplement shelves and there's just thousands of things on these shelves and you got no clue what it is, and you end up asking the high school student working part-time about your most intimate health problems, right? And so the way we can communicate with CDs, with newsletters, with information, with the product, on where the product came from. We can talk about the bioinformation in the product. We can talk about the chemistry, nutrition, the benefits of the products, and give a broader education also on what's happening in the Amazon rainforest and the work that's going on down there that everyone buying this product is part of. And I think it's important that they know that they're part of a greater solution. So that form of communication became important. And the other item, the other kind of big point here is I'm an entrepreneur, so I've always tried to find where my passion was, do what I wanted to do, and then, oh, I've got to make a living at this somehow too. So the creativity, the entrepreneurism, and if you're doing something that's really good and valuable and you expose it to people and the marketplace says, yeah, this is good and valuable, then it works and provides a medium that can grow and continue. So I love working with entrepreneurs, and the United States, for example, is a great entrepreneurial country. You know, the creativity people have, the responsibility that people can accept, and then the objectives that they have in their own life. Everyone has their own dreams and their own goals and their own objectives. If there's not a limit on the amount of resources they can generate and they're passionate about something, you know, that's the kind of energy that we want to connect with. You know, we're pioneers in the rainforest, and we're pioneers in a distribution model where we're finding, you know, ecologically conscious people that are very powerful entrepreneurs that want to generate extraordinary amounts of resources in their life so they can also contribute to making the world a better place.
And you call this a circle of benefit is a term that you use. What does that mean exactly?
Circle of benefit, well, begins with the health of people. Okay, we're bringing these extraordinary nutrients from the Amazon that affect people's health in a very positive and extraordinary way. And so there's a benefit to the consumer. There's a benefit to the entrepreneur that is helping link the consumers, the helping expose the message, the helping to spread the vision and the mission of what these products are and what the benefit of what we're doing in the Amazon. So you've got 2 points there, the consumer, you know, accepting the benefit of the product, and the entrepreneur who's introducing and helping to refer and connect consumers. And then the third part of that triad is in the Amazon itself, the benefit that goes back down there, helping to get land rights and titles and solar equipment and supporting and empowering the indigenous communities.
So in a sense, it's very democratic. I mean, it sounds like that's a word that applies then to referral marketing, as you say.
I think so. I think it's the fairest and the most leveraged distribution model, and it empowers people in all areas of their life. I mean, it's a very powerful mechanism. As an entrepreneur, I know the trials and tribulations and challenges of being an entrepreneur and making things work. And so people involved in referral marketing are entrepreneurs. So they'll be as successful as their consciousness allows them to be, and as the energy and the creativity and the resources and the amount of time and commitment that they'll put into it. And because there's a monetary reward for this, then it brings up this whole other area of money. And this is what I find is grossly misunderstood in the United States and in most parts of the world, what money is. Because people have a consciousness sometimes about money that I don't have as much as my neighbor, or I might get more than my parents, or all these emotions come up. They don't have enough money. Normally when we talk about money, people say, yeah, I don't have enough. And what is enough? You know, all these subjective terms. It's a misunderstanding. So what we like to do is redefine money as really three things. One is it's a tool. First of all, it's a tool that helps in three areas. And one is to express yourself at your fullest potential. And the second thing is to take care of the people you love. And the third thing is to contribute to the causes you believe in. And that's all it is. It's a tool that helps do those things. So once people understand that that's what it is, then they understand that that's good. And so the key thing is to have a goal and a dream and a vision that's larger than yourself. You know, it's not about what kind of pair of shoes you have or car you have or anything like that, because those are not empowering goals. You know, that's just going to be a churn. But having a goal and a dream and a vision is much larger than that. Mm-hmm. With opening an orphanage in Sri Lanka, or doing, you know, whatever that vision and goal is. And everyone comes into this world, I believe, with a special gift that no one else has. And getting in touch with that gift and allowing it to be expressed at its fullest potential I think is really important.
I agree with you, and often in the consciousness-raising movement, whether it's product or whether it's services or publications, because of corporate greed and what has been attached to that, the whole subject of money has become very clouded and confused in people's minds. I love what you just said, because the truth of the matter is that all these wonderful services and publications, including this service that we offer, can't exist if there is no monetary support for it. So thus, there is no particular beauty or advanced spirituality in lack. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I think you just got to hit the easy button on money and realize it's
Yeah.
a tool, and it helps you express yourself at your fullest potential, take care of the people you love, contribute to causes you believe in. And once you get a grasp on that, and you are a creative entrepreneur, then you've got a real place to go. And things have changed. I mean, the technology has changed. So many things have changed that allow an independent entrepreneur to really be an independent entrepreneur. I mean, on a global scale, we've gone from a agrarian society, you know, just a couple hundred years ago, where 95% of the population made their living in farming or distributing the farm goods, into an industrial society where there's a centralization, where everybody came together in cities and factories and things like that. And now we're moving into an information society and a decentralization where people are moving away from that, and they've got access to all the information in the database, and there's so many other ways to generate income. And it's become so popular now. Look at Generation Y. Okay, this is the 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds that are coming along. In Generation Y, there was a survey done with, you know, how many jobs do you expect to have, you know, in your life, in your working career. Okay, 20 years ago, people were saying 1 or 2. Okay, and they're saying 20 or 30. So these people are not connected in the old model.
Right.
I mean, this is a new age, a new explosion of technology, explosion of information, and an explosion of opportunity. And so people that want to be responsible for themselves, you know, this is the world, and the pioneering world that we live in, and it's a distribution model that we embrace. I mean, I love seeing people become empowered, seeing their dreams being manifested, and also having them fully tuned in to what's happening in the Amazon. And so it's education as well, and it's that whole circle of benefit that spins, that everyone in the organization knows they're part of something really important that's bigger than ourselves.
Much bigger than ourselves. You distribute to a number of countries, I take it? This is not just a U.S.-based business?
Primarily it's U.S. and Germany right now.
Yeah, Germans have always been very forward-thinking about nutrients, and also their concern for the Amazon. They've been very vested in that.
You're right. They're very sincere about the environment. I mean, very sincere, very genuine about what's happening in the Amazon. And so the rest of Europe as well. But there's a real focus now on Germany and the United States. And we'll be moving towards Asia later in the year.
So give us an idea of let's just take your top 3 products that you would recommend. If someone's watching all this, they're inspired, they want to get the juice from that kind of life force from the Amazon through your products, what would be, say, the top 3 products you would recommend a beginner start with for overall health or well-being?
The Pure Camu that we've discussed is just an extraordinary product. Clear your mind, brighten your day, and really receive all the full profile of benefits there. It's a very easy one. Illumination would be the second one, and Illumination is a product we worked on for several years, and it is a combination of 34 different plants from the Amazon. So it's designed to do a variety of things, like a superhero multi-herbal tonic for the immune system, digestion, metabolism, stress, detoxification. You know, this is something you also want to do every day. It's very balanced, very concentrated. It's in a Liquizon format, so we concentrate the liquid and then actually put that liquid inside of a 2-part vegetable capsule. So you really get an immediate benefit, and when you bite into that capsule, that whole rainforest expresses itself
in your
immediately in your mouth. Yeah, you know you're onto something. So those two would be real primary. The other thing that's new with us is it's called a Juvia natural skincare from the rainforest.
Yeah.
So we're seeing what these products do.
I've been thinking about that for the last couple of years. I kind of check in the site every now and then, but
Yeah.
because I haven't been able to personally experience it, I hadn't made my mind up till recently, but yeah. Yeah, because you're putting these nutrients on the largest organ of your body, the skin.
Your skin.
And normally we're putting these horrible, toxic, highly processed things onto our
Yeah,
skin.
highly
Not cool.
carcinogenic things on the skin.
Yeah.
And we found how these products work in the body. You know, they express themselves beautifully on the skin. The unidagato used for in the illumination for immune system support, the macrophage phagocytosis. The research at Lund University in Sweden shows it actually slows down and reverses DNA damage in the skin.
Wow.
The Sangre de Drago we spoke of earlier, right? Healing wounds, antiviral properties, very powerful antioxidant. And the reason it heals wounds is it stimulates migration of fibroblast cells, which are responsible for collagen production. You put it on healthy skin, fibroblast cells migrate, produce that collagen, fill in wrinkles.
Wow,
as
you
well
mean
as
we
the
don't have to do the
antioxidant
Goldie Hawn thing with the bee-stung lips?
No bees involved.
That's funny.
And
Wow, so it actually, it helps stimulate the production of collagen.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the camu, of course, the highest concentration of naturally occurring vitamin C. We know how people use C serum on their face. They could use a natural vitamin C in the camu. So we got a camu C serum, and then there's a samambea that's in the moisturizer product, which actually neutralizes the effect of UV radiation from the sun. So extraordinary botanicals. Now we see how they work on the skin. Not only do you get the full benefit, you know, the full therapeutic benefit, because what goes on your skin goes into your body. Like you say, it's the biggest organ of the body, but also the way it expresses itself on the skin. So that's become really big, because we know everyone's got skin.
Well, I
Yeah.
have skin. I'm totally down with that one, and I'm going to actually I'm going to start using it in another week or so. I'm genuinely jazzed about it because I'm always looking for the best of the botanicals for face care products. So this is exciting on a personal level for me. And one other thing you have to mention is the chacamaca.
Oh,
I've been indulging in chacamaca for a few years.
Yeah, here's chacamaca, which is, of course, chocolate, and it's cacao, a dark cacao. Most people don't realize cacao is a plant that grows in the Amazon rainforest, and it yields these, you know, these football-size pods that have the cacao. You know, it's cacao, so the seeds inside where the chocolate is made from. Now, the cacao, the dark cacao, as is there, has a long, long history of use with the Inca, with the pre-Inca, with the Olmec Indians. You know, 3,000 years ago, they were using this therapeutically because of so I got a high concentration of flavanols in it. So it's a great antioxidant source, anti-aging in the dark cacao. I'm not talking about milk chocolate with milk and sugar in it.
Right.
I'm talking about the cacao pod itself. And a recent research at Harvard shows that it actually increases the elasticity of the blood vessels. So it's good for heart, you know, heart health, cardiovascular health. And what's the biggest killer in America? Cardiovascular disease. So that dark cacao and the chacamaca product we make is from organic dark cacao that we harvest in Bolivia and Dominican Republic. And then in that dark cacao, we put some herbs, things like maca, suma, marapuama, cawicha, which are traditionally used for endocrine support, kind of famous for sex in Brazil and Peru, but it really supports the endocrine system, the anti-aging system of the body. Hypothalamus, the thyroid, adrenals, reproductive organs. So in each chacamaca ball of that dark organic cacao, you have like 2 capsules worth of herbs in there.
Well, and you'd think it sounds like garden clippings buried in chocolate, but it doesn't. It actually tastes fabulous.
Oh, it's great, great tasting. It's a huge product for us, and people get the extraordinary benefit of the herbs as well as the cacao. Cacao, that dark cacao is really important now.
Yeah, that's a good one. Any closing thoughts before we sign off on this one?
Well, you know, I think it's just a great opportunity if people are interested, like we're talking about the entrepreneurs. I think there's an expression of consciousness on the planet now, an expression of independence, an expression of responsibility, and there's just extraordinary opportunity in ways that people can independently, you know, express their own creativity and their own drive and do good on the planet, and also manifest their own dreams.